Hi and welcome to the WSU eportfolio. I hope you enjoyed. Okay, why do we need them? Well, you've got to show that you have evidence that you meet the standards. Eportfolio helps you provide a structure, in other words, what you've done. So the bottom line is, it's your online CV. Previously you had to take a hard copy in for your interviews. What's in it? 9 pages, introduction, philosophy, and then all the 7 standards. Firstly, you do an intro, which is your biography, and also an inventory of some of the stuff you've done. Then there's your teaching philosophy, and it gives you some of the subheadings here of what you need to cover when you do that. And then you've got to match work to each of the 7 standards with a reflection on each of those. So go here, WSU have set this up, WSU eportfolio.weebly.com. This is what it looks like when you get to that page. It gives you all the tips about the project itself, the purpose, parameters, etc. So click up the top on the introduction so we can get started, and then we'll actually start having a look at how the page is going to work. So this is your new home page. Up the top, your name, photo, inventory and other stuff. So your name goes at the top, obviously. There's a space there to put your photo in, which I've suggested, and then about 250 words about you. Then there's inventory, which is supplied on an Excel file, which you can actually download from this site. There it is there, highlighted by the yellow circle, and that's what it looks like with the arrow. It has each of our subjects. Then you link to the assessment, one of your projects, i.e. 2 per subject, and then you show how this assessment links to one of the 7 standards, and in particular the sub-standards relating to graduate proficiency. Here's an example of mine that I've just started. So I've put in the diversity video board game that we did, and then I've also linked it to the standards that we're doing, the graduate standards at the moment. Okay, so there's a fair bit of work involved in setting up this portfolio and the work to actually have the type. Also included here is your own inventory, so if people want to download it and have a look, they can. So importantly, how does this link these standards? What do they look like? In other words, they're here, but what do they look like? Here's my one as an example, Professional Standard 1. I've actually used our diversity video and our diversity game. Okay, so we're going to get started. So click up the top of our support resources, back to the home page. But before we do, here's some tips. You'll need to pick a Weebly theme, which is a look for your website, and none of them will appear immediately suitable, so you're going to have to add and delete stuff, i.e. you're going to have to learn how to play with Weebly or Wix. Keep the design clean and simple. Your audience is conservative. How do you do that? 1 or 2 fonts, simple colours, plain white background, etc. Okay, we're just about to go live. Click here.